Hello everyone, my name is Johnson from Femtech. Today we'll be looking at our conditional operator in PHP. What is conditional operator? I have it here on my VS Code as a comment here. Conditional operator is also called a ternary operator, and it has three operands. In contrast, a unary operator such as plus plus, that is the increment symbol, has one operand, while a binary operator such as the multiplication symbol has two operands. The conditional operator is PHP's only ternary operator. The conditional operator begins by evaluating the conditional expression. Then, if the conditional expression is true, the value that results from the middle is returned. Otherwise, the value that results from the last expression is returned. Now, let's take a look at the syntax of the conditional operator. Now, the conditional operator is written like this, just like this. We have the parentheses, the opening and the closing parentheses here. Then the conditional expression is in between the parentheses, followed by a question mark, then followed by the value if the conditional expression here is true. It returns this value, then followed by the colon. Now the colon here, then followed by the value if it is false. So if the expression in between the parentheses returns false, then we get this value. Whatever is written here, we get it in return. But if the expression here is true, then we get this value. Now let's write some code on this screen now. Let's write some code. Now let's use our string based on comparison now. String based on comparison, let's write a code here. Let's say, a variable now. Let me assign a variable. Let me assign a number to a variable. A number. Age equals 10. So let me assign 10 to age. Now I've assigned 10 to age. Then let's say message. I'm creating another variable now. Message equals to let me use the conditional operator, here. The conditional operator. Let's say age less than or equals to 18. Then the question mark follows, followed by, let's say, a string now. Let's say can vote, followed by the colon, then another string again, cannot vote. Fine. Now, what we are saying here, what I'm trying to explain here is this. 10 has been assigned to this variable age. 10 has been assigned to age. Fine. And I created another variable here, which is message. Then my message is having the conditional operator here. I'm having my conditional operator here. Now, my age, which happens to be 10, is here now. So I'm trying to compare if 10 is greater than, this is your greater than sign and this is your equal to. So this is greater than or equals to. This is our comparison operator, our comparison operator, or you call it relational operator. Comparison operator or relational operator. So I'm trying to compare now if this variable here is greater than or equals to 18. And don't forget, the variable here is having 10. So 10 has been assigned to the variable here. So now what we are seeing here is 10 greater than or equals to 18. Now the statement here will return false. It will return false because 10 is not greater than, likewise it is not equals to 18. So we are going to get this in return. So if the statement here return false, you get this in return. But if the statement here returns true, you get this in return. Now let's take a look at our browser and see what we are going to get. But before we do that, we need to echo out the message, that is the variable message. Echo message. Now let's see our browser and see the result. Cannot vote. Cannot vote. That is the result of our expression here. Because 10 here is not greater than, likewise is not equals to 18. So it will return this whenever this expression here returns false. But whenever this expression here returns true, it returns this. Now let's look at another example. Let me comment this out so that you can check if you want to check in later. Now let's come here. Let's say I want a singular or plural ending based on a value. Let me write a variable name, error count equals to, let me give it a number 6. Let's say 6. Then another variable ending equals to, now I'm going to write my conditional operator here. I will just say error count less than or equals to 1. Then my question mark followed by the value that I want to return. If the statement is true, I want empty string. But if the statement is false, I want X to be returned. Then let me add more to this. Now message equals to, I'm writing another variable, then assigning this string to it. Found error, let's say error count. Then I'm concatenating it. My dot sign, the period sign that you see here is called concatenation. It's a concatenation symbol. That's what we use to concatenate, combine, maybe add string to text. That means if you want to add a variable to a string or a string to this, we use our concatenation to bring them together. So error counts, then error, then I want to I'll use my concatenation again, then ending, that is my variable which I assign the conditional operator to, ending, then I will end my statement with a semicolon. Now let's look at this now. Error count 6. So this variable now, 6 has been assigned to this error count, which is the variable. Then another variable here, which is ending, equals to this conditional operator. Now this conditional operator now, looking at the statement here, the conditional expression here, error count happens to be 6. So we are now trying to compare now. If 6 is less than or equals to 1. If 6 is less than or equals to 1. Now, the statement here happens to be false because 6 is not less than, likewise 6 is not equals to 1. So automatically X, this particular string here, will be returned. So far the statement here is false. Then I have a message here, variable found Then I concatenate with error count, which is 6. So it will now be found 6. Then found 6 error, which is a string, found 6 error. Then the ending here happens to be days, because the statement here is false, so this has to be returned. So it will be found 6 errors. Now let's look at the screen, but let's echo the message. Let's echo the message variable out. Message. Now echo message. Let's see. So our result, our expectation now should be found 6 errors. Let's look at the browser. Found 6 errors. I'm having I need to apply space there before the error here so that I can find. So I think we are good to go. Let's look at our browser again. Found 6 errors. Found 6 errors. Let's go back to our VS Code. Now, if I should change this to 1, the error count to 1, then I should get this in return. Error count now happens to be 1. Is 1 less than or equals to 1? Now, the statement here is this. 1 is not less than 1, but 1 is equal to 1. So that means this expression, this conditional expression, is true. So I should get this in return, empty string. So the message variable here will turn to be found 1 error, because empty string means nothing. Empty, nothing is there. So found 1 error. Now let's take a look at our browser to see the result. Found 1 error. Found 1 error. Let's go back to our VS Code and see. Let's change this to 2 and see. So from here, from the conditional operator here now the conditional expression here turns to be 2 if 2 is greater than or equals to 1. No, sorry, if 2 is less than or equals to 1. Now, 2 is not less than. Likewise, it's not equals to 1. So that means the conditional expression here is false. So 2 is not less than, likewise is not equals to 1. So X here will be returned. The string here will be returned. So we are going to have this for the message variable, found 2 errors. Let's take a look at our browser to see the result. Found 2 errors. Let's go back to our VS Code. Let's assume I come here and change this variable to is 0. Coming here now, is 0 is less than or equals to 1. That is the statement. Now that is the conditional expression there. Now let's confirm. If is 0 is less than or equals to 1, is 0 is less than 1. Likewise, it's not equals to 1, but it's less than 1. So that means the statement here is what? The statement here is 0 is less than or equals to 1. Fine, it's true. The statement there is true. Is 0 is less than 1. So automatically we should get this in return because is 0 is less than 1. So we should get this for the message variable, found is 0 error. Let's take a look at our browser. Found is 0 error. I'm going to stop here today. We've come to the end of the tutorial for today, and I will beg you guys, in case you have not subscribed to my channel, please ensure to subscribe, and don't forget to hit on the notification bell so that you will get notified whenever I drop content like this. In case you have a question, please drop it in the comment section and I will be glad to answer your questions. Thank you for watching and remain blessed. Thank you.